Manchester United have got knocked out of the League Cup. That is absolute horseshit from Manchester United. Absolute complete dog shit. Now, Jose Mourinho has put out a strong team tonight to get the job done. The players and the manager have let Manchester United down tonight. That was absolute bullshit. We've got knocked out on a penalty shootout. I can accept losing the penalty shootout, but I cannot accept losing the play and the way that Manchester United have played in this game. It has been absolutely diabolical. Some of them players really want to take a good hard look at themselves after that one, because that was absolutely shocking. And are some of these players playing for the manager? I don't know. But that was absolutely diabolical. I mean, it took us all the way in that penalty shootout. You didn't know who was going to win it, but to be honest, Manchester United should be swatting teams like this aside 4-5-0. No disrespect to Derby. This is a game that Manchester United should comfortably be winning. When you look at the two teams on paper, they've got players in their team that are just not capable of matching the quality that Manchester United have on the pitch. Now, we've taken the early lead, a fantastic goal, well worked goal, and I thought, yes, we've got the early goal, can we get that second goal and put the game to bed? And it never came in that first half, and as the first half grew on, Manchester United got worse and worse. And yes, Anthony Martial was probably Manchester United's brightest spark, certainly first half, but to be honest, even whatever plaudits people are going to say for Anthony Martial, this is Derby, and as I say, no disrespect to them, congratulations to them on getting through to the next round of the League Cup, but Manchester United and these players should be doing a whole lot better. Lukaku, again, absolutely atrocious for Manchester United. And I don't know what to say on him, because he has cost Manchester United so much this season. And does this all fall back on Jose Mourinho? No, it doesn't all fall back on Jose Mourinho. A lot of it does, and a lot of it falls on the players, because he has had a lot of good chances. Again today, he had one in the first half where he went through and hit it wide. Okay, the header in that first half was difficult. He's hit the post, okay, but he has missed so many chances this season that he should be burying, and that is worrying. He's got to take the responsibility of them. You cannot blame the manager for squandering the chances that he has this season. I mean, he's had great chances against Brighton and Tottenham, and he hasn't taken them, and this is really down to him, I'm afraid, to step up to the mark and take them chances, and he hasn't again tonight. Really, really poor from him. But where did Manchester United go? This was Manchester United's by far best chance of winning any silverware this season, with the league title race already gone for Manchester United. The best two chances are obviously the League Cup and the FA Cup. We've already fucked up the League Cup at the first hurdle this season, and it's going to be massive question marks over Jose Mourinho now. I don't think he's going to get sacked after this game, but it does give massive question marks, because if Manchester United are thinking of changing him, then what is the point in keeping him any longer? Because we did have that resurgence, and I thought that we've got to stick with it. We had about three games where we won, and I thought we've got to stick with this manager. He deserves time. He's won so much in his career, but then the last couple of games have been absolutely diabolical at home, and you can't actually accept these performances at home. You can lose these games. If we'd played amazingly well tonight, and for some reason decisions had gone against Manchester United, the sending off and whatever not, I could say it's not Jose Mourinho's fault, but I cannot say that in this one. Jose Mourinho's got to take a massive amount of stick for this, and whether he deserves to be sacked, it's debatable still, but something's got to change for Manchester United. These dire performances are just coming too frequent now, and whether he does continue, I would presume he will definitely be there again at West Ham at the weekend on Saturday. But where do Manchester United go from here? Jesus, all the other top teams at the top are looking so much better this season, besides maybe Tottenham. They may have dropped off a little bit in a couple of games, but even they're not too far away. But you're looking at Liverpool and Arsenal both looking better this season, and it just begs to, where can Manchester United go from here? If you cannot beat these with a very strong lineup that we've put out tonight, then I don't know what the future holds, because Manchester United have got West Ham next, and then we've got Valencia in the Champions League. Now, obviously the league's gone, but does Manchester United continue if we perform poorly against West Ham? Do we continue until top four is completely mathematically gone and we fuck up the season? We've got to sort this out. What is going to happen now? We cannot leave it 5-6 more weeks if we do keep having these turgid performances at times for Manchester United, because we will be out of everything and the season will be done and dusted then, and we can't do anything then, and no manager will then want to come in. But I don't know if Manchester United are planning on changing the manager. I don't know what's happening. There is obviously reports of another bust up between Jose Mourinho and Paul Pogba. We're going to have to wait and see on that, but it's looking to me as though, sadly, time for Jose Mourinho could be coming to an end for Manchester United. I'm not saying I've wanted it to happen, but it looks like this could be happening. I mean, if some of the players really aren't performing for the manager, I mean, Lukaku is certainly better than he's showing. Okay, he is not the world-class striker that Manchester United probably need if we're going to win the Champions League in that again, but he is still a very steady Premier League striker and should be doing better than he is. He's got to take some blame himself, definitely, but is he playing for the manager? I mean, some of these players out there tonight, again, abysmal for Manchester United, and where do we go from here? I mean, it was a nice, the only positive really was it was a nice cross Dalot for Fellaini's goal at the end there, but Dalot is one positive for Manchester United. We did get him in, and he looks a very promising right back, and I would start him for Manchester United ahead of Valencia. I certainly would. That's the only positive Manchester United can take from the game this evening. We've lost on penalties to Derby County. We've drawn the game 2-2 in normal time. Having Romero sent off didn't help Manchester United, but you cannot excuse that from Manchester United. We still would not have won this game, I don't, probably not, had Romero not been sent off. And even if we had won it, we would have only just scraped the game, and it's just not good enough for Manchester United. Not with the starting lineup that we've put out. I can understand it a bit if he'd rested players and brought in a number of youngsters, but he hasn't done that this evening. We didn't see any youngsters given the opportunity tonight. He's gone full strength, almost, okay, admittedly changing about 8 or 9 players, but full strength squad members that have been in and around the squad for years, and they haven't produced, and Jose Mourinho hasn't got the best out of them this evening. And I just do not know what's going to happen at Manchester United, but he was obviously looking at this game as real importance for him, his career, and for Manchester United's season tonight, with the strong lineup that he's put out, and which is even more concerning that Manchester United haven't got the job done. I mean, if he had brought in a couple of 3 or 4 youngsters, would it have made any difference to Manchester United? Would they have been more up for it than these players? Would they have given better than some of these players have given Manchester United this evening? That is a real question to be asked, because there are some hot shit youngsters in and around the squad. And I thought that Lukaku should have come out of this game and put Mason Greenwood in. And to be honest, it would well have worked for me much better than this, because Lukaku didn't warrant his place in after that weekend. But Manchester United and Jose Mourinho didn't want to put Mason Greenwood in, who is a very promising young talent, in place of Lukaku, because Marcus Rashford was banned, which I think is crazy. It doesn't matter, he's only 16. This could have given Manchester United a massive lift. We could have played Tai Chong as well. That could have given Manchester United another massive lift. But Jose Mourinho didn't want to do that this evening. I can understand it a bit on the back of that Wolves game. But Manchester United, with this full strength squad players that have played this evening, should have done better than this. And I'm really disappointed. And I just don't know where Manchester United are going to go from here. Anyway, let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Like the video, subscribe to the channel, and I'll be back again for that game against West Ham. I'm not going anywhere. I'm sticking with the team this season. I've only been to 1 game this season so far, but I'm sticking by the team. You've got to stick to them every step of the way, and hopefully something can change around. Maybe it may be a new lease of life. Would it change if Manchester United were to bring in another manager? And let me know in the comment section below who you would like to see as manager of Manchester United if Jose Mourinho was to be terminated of his contract. Now, would you like to see Conte come in, or would you like to see Zidane come in? Because they're the 2 big names for me that could come into Manchester United. And how crazy would it be if Antonio Conte took over Jose Mourinho at Manchester United? That would be massive, because them 2 hate each other, and that would be massive for Manchester United. I can't see Conte coming in. I personally think that Manchester United will probably, before the end of the year of 2018, will probably sack Jose Mourinho, and I think that probably Zinedine Zidane will come in. And I'm not completely against it, because imagine some of them players going into training and being managed by such a legend of the game. Growing up, he was just one of my favourite players, and if he could have played for Manchester United, I would have loved it. He is an absolute legend of the game, won everything in the game, and you've got 2 wonderful French players in the team, Martial and Paul Pogba, and just imagine them 2 going into training and training with possibly their hero in Zinedine Zidane. That would be absolutely amazing, wouldn't it? For some players, might give some players a massive lift. Who knows? Anyway, let me know your thoughts on it. I know I've rambled on a bit too much, but I'm not even angry at it. I mean, it's just been a horseshit performance. There's no point getting so angry about this because I just don't know where it's going to take us. If it just getting so angry and shouting and swearing all the while, but it was a horseshit performance from Manchester United. I mean, it is the League Cup. It was the lowest of the priorities, but that's not the point. I still want Manchester United to win it. As I say that every year, I want Manchester United to be winning everything. And this